What's up, chills? It's Langston Live back with another reaction, and we got Tommy G investigating hidden secrets of Area 51. Let's check it out.
What I call mucho security.
Mucho security.
That's not a good sound.
Bro, how does he get the permission to go places like this?
15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone.
What was this being wearing?
Military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean.
We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure.
More security.
More security right now.
Wait, why are they scared of
Today,
security?
ladies
How'd you
and
get
gents, we
in?
wrestle with some of the wildest questions and mysteries of our time, such as, are aliens real? Are UFOs cutting-edge technology from Earth or perhaps from another planet? Why is Area 51 one of the most secretive bases in the country? And what is it that our government is hiding from us? In order to uncover the truth, we assemble a powerhouse team. First up, James Fox. This man is arguably the world's premier expert on UFOs and alien encounters. He's dedicated the last 30 years of his life investigating these claims, digging deeper than perhaps any human alive today. Next, we speak to Jason Sands, an Area 51 insider and employee turned whistleblower who gives us his first-hand testimony of his experience. Then we got Avi Loeb, a Harvard professor, astrophysicist, and one of the brightest minds
Y'all be
on
watching
the hunt
TED
for
Talks?
extraterrestrial technology. And finally, we speak to various people who claim to have had alien experiences themselves. In this episode, we infiltrate the legendary Area 51, both under the cover of darkness and in broad daylight. And you'll have to stay to the end of the episode to see what we did and what happened to us after we breached security and set off the alarms. Join us today as we tackle one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we truly alone here on Earth, or do we have visitors from other galaxies walking among us?
Do y'all think
The
we're
truth,
here
folks,
alone
might
on
be
Earth?
stranger than anything we ever imagined. Let's dive in. Folks, two things before we get started. First, the merch is back in stock, including the sweatshirt that had sold out repeatedly. We put with their private security at their celebrity center.
Whoa. Wait, where is the private property line? Where's
Yo! Thank you, Zori, for the freaking sub. The 5 months in the chat. Yo, W Zori in chat. Thank you for the subscription. Let's go.
You need to leave right now.
Don't
It's
touch
private
me.
property.
Don't touch
It's
me.
private property. You need to leave right now.
That is available only at Patreon. Become a subscriber and be the one to see it first. And now, folks, to the video.
We're in the Wild West right now, folks. It's breathtaking what we're driving through right now on our way to the Alien, which is a motel in the Area 51 network.
As you should
What
be.
is Area 51? Is it a place that aliens were brought to and interrogated and questioned to figure out more and kept from the public? Or is it simply a place that's so remote and so out there that it's an excellent place to develop top-of-the-line military technology, run exercises? Maybe they got a CIA black site somewhere out there. I mean, it would be a perfect place. You just blindfold the guy.
I feel
and take him 2 hours down the
instead of like Area 51 being like aliens or hidden stuff, I feel like what they hide out there is probably like tested technology. I feel like they probably like make like the exclusive like air drones, airplanes, probably robots is out there. Like I'm talking about like robots, like war type of robots and stuff like that.
highway from Las Vegas. No one's finding you. Alien fresh jerky,
Artillery,
man.
like
How
they
much
probably
better of a sponsor can you even get in a video? Going to
craziest
Area
type of
51 eating
tanks.
alien beef jerky, and damn, it's good.
If you would like to try some of this delicious jerky for yourself, simply head to their website.
Damn, they doing a lot of ads in the beginning of this video. Damn.
We're about an hour and a half away. We'll enjoy this road trip, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Man, who did he get cut up by? He got a cut on his lip, got a cut on his throat. He need to fire his barber.
So we're halfway to the Alien, and already you can tell that there's an alien culture that just permeates around here. The gas stations have aliens in them. It's just so remote. I feel like this is just one of those bizarre places where everyone has some sort of story where they saw this thing in the air. Heck, I have one of those stories. I remember in high school, we were in the back hill in this retention pond. If I had my old phone, I got it on my phone. Like, there was something moving in the air, and I saw it. Like I know what I saw.
Yeah, he
Who
probably
knows what the
was. He probably.
explanation is. Let's
I
keep
feel
going.
like the only time you see stuff like that is under the influence, bro. I've never been sober and could say that, like, man, I just seen something fly in the air, or I seen something out of the ordinary. Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie. Ghosts are real though, chat. Can't cap. Spirits are freaking real, and I ain't gotta be under the influence to, like, you know, feel a spirit in the house or something like that, you know, or in somebody else's house. But everything else, like, man, drunk, like, you know,
So
the
we're
alien
pulling up
kind
into
type
a
of
town,
shit.
the town of Rachel, Nevada.
I ain't never just
that
had no
has
experience like that.
19 people. We're gonna meet our alien expert friend James and just get the lay of the land here.
We arrived late in the night at the Alien, and they had a strict no filming policy. So we went nearby to the town's only gas station to meet our contact James Fox and make a game plan for the rest of the night.
We were about to tuck in
said
and go to bed.
You believe?
And you said you have another idea.
Yes. There's no better time than the present. And we're out here.
Oh, I definitely believe Colorado got under, like, it's shit going underneath all them mountains out there. They got tunnels. Yeah, it's for sure. That airport, something up with that airport. Why is that? Why is the horse at the, like, why is the horse got red eyes? The horse looked like a demon in the Colorado airport. The Denver one, the Denver airport.
And we're not going to see anything if we don't try. Let's take our asses out.
You live
to
on a plantation.
as
Ghosts
close
are
to
real.
the base as we can possibly get to
The old
without risk
slave
of being
cabins are
arrested
literally
and or
down the
shot.
road.
The use of deadly force
I
is
moved
authorized,
the hell out of there.
It's real. They're not around. If you were to hide super secret craft of non-human origin anywhere on Earth, when you come out here, you could see this would be the perfect place to do it.
Is it fair to say
Yeah.
this is one of the most top secret places on Earth?
This is the most top secret place on Earth, yes. Right now, we're gonna go out to probably the most famous mailbox in history. It was the infamous black mailbox, but it became so famous because, like, when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road signs. You turn off, and that's the point where you go in on the dirt road to the base for about 20 minutes, and then you get to a sign that basically, and you'll see security. Like, if you go beyond that sign, all bets are off. So the black mailbox, I think, got so famous that it might have been stolen. I heard it might have been recently replaced. We're gonna find out right now.
Is that our first destination?
That's
the
our
black
first
mailbox?
destination, yes.
Wanna get hopping?
Let's go.
Wow, I didn't think when people talk about Area 51, I didn't think it was this large. Like, this is damn
Trying
near
to
a
find an
city.
entrance to Area 51 can be very difficult. Your phone likely won't have service as you near it. Some say it's the government jamming your signal.
Just a black box? So this doesn't even exist.
And I also didn't think that you were just able
Others
to go
say
in
just
here
the
like
remoteness
this.
of the location. The easiest way to spot a route into Area 51 is the infamous black mailbox. It marks one of the roads that can lead you in. However, tonight, we suspected that the box had either been taken down or stolen because we simply could not find it.
Is it?
Tommy G coming over.
Gang, gang, baby. We're ready to slide the block.
We're just gonna drive down this dirt road until we get arrested. Over. Just kidding.
Did we miss the mailbox or is that still ahead?
I think we missed it. We'll see a dirt road connecting to this road in the next mile or so on the right-hand side. Over. Turn our lights out. They'd never know we were coming. Over. Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
15 to 20 minutes away from information that could change the entire world.
This is crazy that you're able to just go
What
here.
has motivated you
I
to
did not know this
dedicate
was
your
the thing.
entire adult life to chasing down and researching these things?
I thought I was gonna be able to put
Our
getting
government
crisscross
had definitive
applesauce
proof
in this
that we're
chair
not
and
alone
almost
in the
caught a
universe,
cramp.
Whether you believe it or not, if you felt that was true, could you just walk away easily from that story? I feel that every man, woman, and child has a right to know, and I feel it's an incredibly important and significant piece of the puzzle, and it's difficult to walk away from.
I didn't know you could get in that
today
close.
To my friend Julian Dory, he is the key behind all of this happening. The connection to James Fox. He was the key behind the Trump assassination video, and he's the key behind the Scientology video that we have in the works as well. The show love to Julian. Links in the description. Blow him up. Comment big dog's gotta eat. And thank you, Julian.
Guys, do you see that red light off in the distance, kind of at our 1 o'clock?
Yes.
That's apparently got all sorts of sensors, including video, They're watching us come in right now. This is security. This is definitely security up there. No question, over.
If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You will be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You will be brought to Hyco, Nevada to be processed. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation, blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is it telling us not to go beyond this point? Or can we go a little further until, I think we go a little further.
Oh, he's moving.
That guy's watching us. He's listening to us too, I'm sure of it.
You think they have
Sure
that
of it.
level of technology that they can...
Absolutely.
What
yes.
makes you sure of that?
Because I've heard about it. They can just point and they can listen. George Knapp's documented that.
Folks, we got to pay homage to the legendary Las Vegas journalist George Knapp. In
Bro,
1989,
I'm liking
George
this.
broke
I
the
love
story on
conspiracy
Area
theories,
51
y'all.
and brought its existence
I'm locked
to the
in.
public eye. His interview with Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked
Bob
on reverse
Lazar.
engineering alien technology, invited a firestorm of
Yeah, I haven't watched
speculation,
Bob
forever
Lazar's,
linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets. George's fearless
podcast on the
reporting
Joe Rogan
forced the
show is
government
doing.
to acknowledge the base's existence, and it laid the groundwork for decades of UFO investigations. Without him, the legend of Area 51 might still be a secret.
James, you want to go say hi to the scary man? You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want to see who that is.
This is the gate. This is the next layer.
Oh, he's coming down to us right now, over.
They say that there are only two guarantees in life, death and taxes.
Yeah.
I think the third is we go beyond that sign, we go to jail and or get shot. What we know
Damn.
about this space is you can tell, like we just
Death
drove
and
in
tax-
down
that
what,
is true,
30
y'all.
miles of dirt road to
That's
get
the
here.
life we
you
live,
just simply
man.
can't imagine just how
Unfortunate.
remote this place is until you come out here and see it.
Sometimes it
just
makes you want.
doesn't-
It makes you
it's
want to
hard
like
And
go
the
off
level
the
of
grid,
secrecy.
y'all.
Yeah, it's just the remoteness and
Like, what would
secrecy.
life
And when
be
you
like off
finally
the
do
grid?
find the edge, you still barely see anything except for barbed wire tracking all through the grass, the signs, the gates. Are these guys special forces? Are they mercenaries? Who are the people patrolling the
Me
base?
go out there and do some
Usually the
research.
people that are
Shit.
from
There's a reason
special
why
forces
everybody in
line
this
them up
video
and
right now
they
is
stop them and
white.
They tell them that
Anybody black go out
do
there, it's
business
over
for
with.
the
Benito,
program,
you never gonna
off they
see them
go.
people
What kind
again.
of power are they authorized to use on someone that's going towards the base?
They're authorized lethal force.
This base got
Authorized lethal
a lot
force.
of attention in the late 80s.
No,
when that
I'm
guy,
good.
Bob Lazar,
I'm
came
good. I'll
forward
watch the YouTube
through
video.
George Knapp. It was initially as a incognito, anonymously he came forward, and then ultimately because for fear of his life, he was saying that there were craft of non-human intelligence in the possession of the military, and they were being housed by Papoose Lake in a series of camouflage
Rochelle.
hangars that were built into the side of the mountain. They have no wings, they have no tail, they have no visible means of propulsion, they make no sound, they don't have any air disturbance, very little noise. Some people will talk about a slight buzzing or humming sound within a certain proximity of them. They do things that are just defy physics as we understand it, right? You would want to keep that technology ultra secret because you'd want to weaponize it. Just a few miles down the road, the truth lies, right? The whole world wants to know what's going on out there.
Have we got anyone from this base that's active to speak anonymously?
Sorry, active?
But he worked at the base for some
He
time.
did, yeah.
In what capacity, do you know? In non-military lingo, how
That was
would you
Bob
explain
Lazar.
to a layman what your career consisted of?
It's like counterintelligence work where you're trying to prevent the enemy from finding out about what you're doing.
How long did you serve on that base?
I was there for 6 years.
Tell us about the morning of the encounter. What happened?
Well, we went up range. We had to look at a video of the UFO that came in and entered into the Nels test range from the previous week because they didn't know what it was, so they were just trying to get people to observe it and verify that this is something that we didn't see, because you're talking to anybody on my crew. We've been there for years.
I believe if something like this would just randomly land here, I don't think that we would know how to drive it. That's the only thing that I would like. That's the only thing that I'm like, man, if something actually came from another planet, how the hell will we figure out how to freaking drive the shit? I feel like it would be just in different technology, different type of like mechanics, different language.
We'd seen all kinds of aircraft, and this didn't fit anything that we'd seen on the video.
So this is what recorded the UFO also.
Quick one. Right up high now. Going like straight up.
Okay, that
So
do look
a
like
UFO
that do look a little
crash
flat
lands
on the side.
base, and they wait until the Monday crew comes in to look into it.
Pretty much, that's what it seems to have happened.
This is a sign.
Oh, he just honked at us. He just honked.
But why would it
Give
land
honks.
in Area 51 and not anywhere else?
Well, hang on. I'm just
Yeah.
Wait. What did he say? What did you say?
Hang on.
Honk if you can hear us.
Okay, we're about to drive up this road. Are you going to arrest us if we do so? Honk, please. We're good.
This moment of Area 51 exploration is brought to you by Alien Jerky.
If they keep on sponsoring this damn jerky, I'm about to get jerked off. I mean, man.
He's like, yeah, when I worked there, he goes, just blast you. I was like, they'll just
I thought
blast
it
you?
was
He's
going
like,
to come out a
just
lot
take
better
that.
than that.
Like, we're authorized to kill.
You know what I think that means?
You did not have to clip that, y'all. Stop.
All right, what I'm trying to do right now is I just want to see where the barbed wire is. Where is the barbed wire, guys? Man, you can't even tell. We're very close
they
to
actually
going to
got out
prison
the
right now,
car.
that's for sure.
It went
Guys,
over the-
here comes more security.
More security.
More security right now.
Holy shit. The truck's
they coming down.
Truck's coming out. Look at that.
Yep.
Holy shit.
He's coming quickly, too.
Look how fucking windy it is, dude. It's cold, desolate, and there's government forces assembling right now.
I know. They're letting us know that they know that we are right here. The question is...
They're going together.
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is we will all be going to jail if we cross the line. The question is, where exactly is the line?
The only way to do it is to walk up the barbed wire from the gate.
I've already walked. Well, you want to drive down there and see it?
Sure.
All right.
So look.
Land Survey Monument.
That's just government bullshit to keep us off the land.
What happened next was strange. As we turned off our cameras to take a couple iPhone photos, we heard a noise, but not just any noise, one that had an eerie, metallic, and otherworldly sound. This is what followed immediately after.
I heard that. What the f*** are you hearing?
It sounded like metallic, something big, metallic, and somewhat loud. I thought someone was coming.
You heard it?
But okay, why haven't they came?
Are you sure that wasn't my car?
Why haven't they came down and actually messed with them or
I told you guys
back off, go home or something like that? They literally just allowing them to just sit there and
hold our cards for tonight.
Hey, if you want to test this, go ahead, jump over this line.
We just want to know the truth. Can you hear us? I have some beef jerky I can offer you. I repeat, I said beef jerky. I don't know if it's working.
How much you get paid for this damn beef jerky?
Like, there's so much disorientation and trickery that happens, like hearing certain noises.
Yeah,
like
you probably.
They said they heard this.
If it's so
stuff.
normal for people to just walk up to this line right here that they are like testing, just imagine how many other people have probably done this and just like mess with them, and they like, yeah, we just gonna let them, play bullshit games. You get bullshit results. You feel me? Like, especially when it says that they got lethal force. They're able to do whatever they want to. Yeah. People probably do that all the time. You're right.
Was it the sign rattling or was it a secret thing happening in the background? I mean,
everybody like the video. Make sure you subscribe.
The supernatural or the UFOs or, there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. So like in diving into the truth of these stories, you have to figure out how credible someone's testimony is, and it's been proven that eyewitness testimony actually isn't even that accurate. But when you have multiple eyewitnesses independently corroborating a story, that's where it becomes more and more airtight.
He fell asleep on the ride home, so he's Hey, yo, that is the funniest shit. Yo, one time we was on this like road trip. Kid you not, we on a road trip. I fall asleep in the passenger seat because I was driving first, and then we switched. I fell asleep in the passenger seat. You know how when like trucks be like towing other cars? Well, it was a semi that was getting towed. So the front of the semi is facing our windshield, but like it's getting towed. And so they scared me and woke me up. And all I see is a semi like facing us. Like it's about to, like we about to run into a semi head on. Bro, When I say I almost shitted myself, dog, I'm talking about wet shit down my leg, dog. It wouldn't have been solid. Cause it would have been combination of piss. Combination. Yo, I was scared shitless.
So we're going to the Alamo Inn, about 40 miles away.
Combination.
The other side of Area 51. There's the Alien, the Alamo Inn, and kind of if you go in between them, that's where you can go on the road to the back way of Area 51. And we're going to talk to the motel owner and actually stay there the night. And this guy, his dad worked on the base. At both of these inns, everyone in the community seems to know someone that has had an experience or seen something or knows something. So this is a obvious and good place to go for this investigation. All right, folks, we're pulling up to the most famous mailbox in the world. Well, tell the people what we're looking at right now.
So this is the remnants of what was once the black mailbox. Because of the nature of secrecy of the space, there's no road signs, there's no indication of where the entry point is to Area 51. There was this black mailbox to a rancher who lives probably at that ranch out there. This mailbox became the beacon of like the entry point
what
to go
the heck is that?
Area 51. And so everyone's just like, turn right at the mailbox or turn left at the mailbox. Like that's the dirt road into Area 51. It became just super famous, the most famous mailbox on the planet.
Also, I want to draw our attention to there's mountain ranges everywhere we can look, and these are also vantage points.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark spent his life documenting these vantage points, and one by one, the government shut them down.
Yes.
So what do you mean you shut down
His place got raided. He was raided right here in Rachel, and George Knapp covered the story at the time.
The story goes with Chuck that he allegedly got his hands on footage of an alien encounter so good, so compelling, that Logan Paul drove to his house with $100,000 cash to try and buy the video, but Chuck refused. It goes without saying that research from guys like Chuck Clark are foundational and lay the groundwork that allow me to continue to explore the mystery of Area 51 further.
I guarantee you sell that footage for $1 million.
One of my favorite close encounters of the third kind in the United States took place in the desert of New Mexico in 1964 that involved an on-duty police officer by the name of Lonnie Zamora. And the Air Force files during the peak of Project Blue Book investigations have detailed diagrams of the craft where it landed, the landing gear impressions, photographs of the landing gear impressions, the footprints from the alleged creatures. Very detailed report in Project Blue Book own files.
We're having a local pull up that his parents had an encounter with a non-human
W
being
smiley face tattoo behind the
right
ear.
in this area in the 90s. So we're gonna get to hear the story from him and see what we make of it.
This is a story that my parents passed on to me. My dad was born and raised here in this valley, in Paranega Valley. He worked out at the test site in Area 51 for a good portion of his life. Because he mainly worked on the test site side when they were doing the nuclear testing. He drove the trains and everything that went down inside the tunnels and that where they'd set the bombs off and that. And then when they shut that down, then he moved over to the Area 51 side. So we're all traveling on the road. We see this guy starting to kind of hail us and starts jogging towards us, but he's walking running very funny. It looked like he was going to fall over and like he was around. I'm wondering what's wrong with him. And then as we get a bit closer, I'm starting to notice that he's got very pale skin, but it's got this blue undertone like he's hypothermic. We get to the point where he's at the corner of the front of the vehicle, and the guy in the passenger seat in the front screams he's got no ears. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty rude. Why would he say that? And then I'm stepping out onto the roadway, and I look up, and indeed, he has no ears. And I'm thinking, good grief, this is really strange.
Huh? No ears. Touch, taste, feel. Wait, touch. What's the senses? Touch, taste, hear. Is it just 3 senses? How many senses is it? Touch, taste, hear, smell. Thanks.
Both your parents had an encounter on this road.
Yes, they were.
So they ain't got
coming down
here.
this road,
They only got 3
coming over Hancock Summit here, coming back into town. They'd been out hunting or camping for the weekend.
They got
something. They were out in the
tentacles,
hills
so
playing
they
around,
touch
which they
is
like to
probably
do an
crazy.
awful lot. Mom says they come over the hill here, and he says you can see somebody walking down the road.
I always
quite a
thought
ways.
like
It caught her
octopuses
eyes,
were
like,
the
wow,
aliens.
what's somebody doing walking out in the middle of nowhere like this? As they got closer to it, she could see that it was dressed in, the way she describes it, is Bedouin clothing. So it was the flowing scarves and head covered and everything. Couldn't see anything other than the cloth that was around it.
What was this being wearing?
He was wearing a military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean. Then I noticed his eyes, and that's when I really got scared because the eyes were like twice as big. That's when he starts talking to me in another language. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm understanding every word he says, even though it's a language I've never heard before. So,
was it an audible language or was this telepathic?
It was both. He was speaking audibly to me, but at the same time, I think I telepathically understood the words.
As they got closer to it stepped away from the road and crouched down, along the borrow area there. When it did that, my dad continued to drive past it. She goes, "Hey, we ought to stop and see if they need help." And my dad just told her, "No, you didn't see anything," and went on. And if you knew my dad, he's the last person in the world that's not going to stop and give somebody help, especially if they're out in the middle of nowhere like this and they're unfamiliar with the surroundings.
Bro, I'm about to move out there for like 5 years, bro. I'll move out there for 5 years and just.
Dad never wanted to talk about it.
Just try to.
I think that's
see
what
if I can
the oath he took, when he went to work out there. Is that you couldn't talk about that stuff.
And as he's walking away, I look back at my friends in the car, and they all look like they're zombies. This guy is not from this planet, is what I thought when I saw his features on his face.
You gave testimony behind closed doors. Did you do that in a skiff, or where did you do it?
I did it in a skiff.
Okay, and so were there members of Congress or chiefs of staff, like who?
It was all the committee members, from the Armed Forces Committee.
What was the look on their faces when you started describing this alleged encounter with an alien?
Shock.
A lot of people that have had a sighting, an experience, are pretty quiet about it. They keep it tight to their chest. Why do you think that is?
I think that they're afraid of being judged, because there's a lot of people you say, you say, "Oh yeah, I had an encounter," they're gonna go, "Ooh, you're crazy,"
Yeah, you own something. They gonna label you like you own something. What was the moment in your
career where you said, "I think we might not be alone"?
October 19th, 2017. The first interstellar object was spotted by a telescope in Hawaii called Pan-STARRS. It was given the name Oumuamua, which means a scout in the Hawaiian language. This was the first object identified as coming close to Earth from outside the solar.
One of my neighbors is burnt. They burnt popcorn, chat. I can smell it. Someone burnt their popcorn.
System. It was roughly the size of a football field, flat object, pancake shaped.
Hey, I used to have those in my front yard. I don't know how I had that plant in my front yard in Kansas.
Field.
Look, what's this plant called? What's that plant called? I used to just like go up to it and just like touch it, and then you just poke the shit out of me every time. It's like, what is that? It's not a cactus, but it's very sharp in the tip. How did I get that plant in Kansas? It's a desert type of plant.
We're gearing up to hit Area 51 from another angle.
That plant was very distinctive. I had some memories with that thing.
Beautiful, clear sky day that we were getting shots to we're stuck in a cloud. And I think it just goes to show the desert is a place that is magic tricks. Mother Nature plays magic tricks with the desert. No wonder people see bizarre shit. Like just things get obscured in the desert, whether it's the mirage or the weather change.
Planes like, yeah, playing like that in Florida, but come on. Wait. Isn't Area 51 in Nevada? Why is it snowing? Man, this world is weird.
Is that government vehicles? There are a lot of those same vehicles. See that?
Is there another exit of the base that they're coming from that we don't know about?
I've never been down this one. I've only been down that one. I've heard about this one. I don't know.
So there's a parade of, those have to be government vehicles that are coming by.
At around 5:30 p.m., at least 5 days a week, possibly 7, you'll see these white buses with no markings, with blacked out windows.
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just encountered recently.
Barreling out of this place, down this long dirt road, headed east. And then they get to 375, and then they head south, probably going to Vegas.
I'm no expert in the driving habits.
We need to follow it.
It seemed to me we were witnessing a convoy of Fed vehicles leaving Area 51. And for some reason, seeing all of those Feds grouped together, it just felt spooky to me.
Somebody needs to follow that freaking convoy.
There's at least 2. Looks like we got 2. One disappearing into the clouds. Can you describe some of the technology at the base? Like, how much more advanced is it than the public perception of what our technology is?
I feel like it's underground.
But it's hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years ahead of what we think is happening?
Yes.
So I think part of the question is this just high-level military technology that they don't want other people to get their hands on? Or did they get some of this technology, the way things move, the way they turn, stop, that seem to defy our typical engineering and physics? Did they get that from alien crafts? When an alien craft crashes, they have the best engineers in the country examine it and try to re-engineer it. Is that what's happening at Area 51?
Yeah.
Or is this shit just so advanced and they just haven't released it to the public? Our conception of what is possible is 60 years in the past, 50 years in the past, and they just haven't shown us the good shit because, well, it's a tactical advantage in war. It's all possible.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Get your mind going.
I had not gone to this entry point yet.
Okay.
So this is new for me. All right, you guys want to follow me?
It was just this. This is what I'd call mucho security.
Oh. God damn it.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel.
look. Now it's going.
Not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just literally. Dude.
Damn, they should have went in.
That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here.
They low-key probably could have got in.
That's push. Like, are we being pussies for leaving after that?
No, they were trying to trap us. They were. Dude.
Who's this guy fucking going backwards? Methy over here is going backwards trying to get us. Is he what the fuck is this guy doing? Is this guy on meth?
Why does he turn around?
This guy's going pretty fast backwards. We're going 45 miles an hour and he's beating us right now. What the hell is this guy doing?
Damn, that's some good driving skills right there. Wait, pause and talk to him.
You just trespassed on federal property.
You know the gate where they close, you can go into a gate and then they close a barrier behind you?
That's an entrapment, yes.
What happens if you get stuck in that?
That's a way for them to keep your vehicle and yourselves from going any further. And they will draw their weapons on you and they will tell you, okay, you're coming with us. They'll take all your equipment, they'll dismantle your car, look at all of your cameras, look at all your film, they will confiscate everything. And you'll be lucky if you get your car back in a crate later on, let alone
in a crate
serving jail time in one of their facilities right there on the site.
Oh, we would have broke that shit.
Holy shit, that was crazy.
They trapped me in there.
So you think we would have been trapped if Keegan didn't remind me to back up?
Hell yeah, they would have locked you in there. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I would have broke that barrier. It came with cap. Hey, I would have hit the take K on them. We doing the dash.
Oh, is it a big fan? So.
Oh, look at that view. But you still can't see the base even if it does clear?
No, I mean, yeah. Well, you can see just above it. So if there's any activity, you can see it from here, but you just can't like see the actual base. You see just above it.
So folks, we took a deep dive into some of the claims, some of the people that have worked there, people that have experienced things. And I have to say some of this is quite compelling. When you hear Congress people talking about this, you know something is serious. And let me know what you guys think. You guys believers? Are you guys skeptics? Are you guys open to the possibility that this is real?
This is the first video I've seen someone actually like
get
this
deep dive
close,
with
though.
you. I appreciate you, James. Go out there, watch this video. You can stream it, you can rent it. If you want to take this much, much further, this was a couple-day investigation.
Man, W video. I'm actually pretty. My mind is going all over the place because I love conspiracy theories. And this is like one of the most like legendary conspiracy theory, Area 51. And like, you know, I believe that okay, from their stories, some people have came encounter with people that are not from this earth. I believe Area 51, it just hides a whole bunch of like technology, weapons, and like a whole bunch of like secret service type of stuff. Like dude said, they're 100 years ahead of us when it comes to like the technology and then the things that they have out there. So I think that it's probably full of that kind of stuff. They've probably they've captured a lot of aircrafts, like he said, that come from other planets or something like that. Probably have like taken that technology and reused it or learned from it. And if so, if there are species out there that are not from our country and they're able to be on the loose like that and people have encounters with it, just imagine how many have they captured and put in those little water tanks and stuff like that to like do research on and shit. Like, bro, because if things have really dropped down in Area 51 or in the area and they were able to capture it, we know we would do the research on it. So what is the craziest thing that you think that Area 51 holds? On base, underground, what is the craziest thing that you think that it has the capability of having? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video, comment, but most importantly, share it to a friend because we all love conspiracy theories. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.